What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. Um, what a game between the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I didn't make a video last night because, guys, I'll just be honest with you. I have COVID, and that's the reason why I haven't been making a lot of videos recently in the last few days. This is the first time that I could really get in front of a camera and actually talk. My eyes are still hurting, my head still hurts, everything's still hurting, but I finally gathered myself to make a video. And of course, it's a Leafs collapse. I'm sure a lot of people were expecting other videos being posted, but a Leafs collapse, that's got to be fun. But if you are new here, I would really appreciate if you like this video and subscribe. Tons of Leafs news and rumor videos on the channel already, and Leaf review videos. Definitely going to be coming, playoff stuff, podcasts, all that good stuff coming up on the channel. But I want to talk about this game because I've kind of become numb to the Leafs just doing this. Now, just to get a few little topics of discussion out of the way, I see a lot of people saying, it's okay, they got points, whatever. Sure, I agree. But I still am not okay with the Leafs blowing a 5-1 lead. I don't care if it was against the Florida Panthers. I don't care if it was against the St. Louis Blues. I don't care if it was against the Devils. I don't care if it was against the Sabres. I don't care if it was against the Toronto Blue Jays or the Tom Brady Buccaneers. I don't care who they choke a lead to. They need to win. They need to hold on to these wins. And especially against a team like Florida, you need to win these games. Getting 1 point is not good enough. And I'm not okay with blowing a 5-1 lead. I'm definitely not. They got a bunch of points on this road trip. Or on this stretch of games. They've looked good, but you can't have what happened tonight. Now, first of all, the lineup changes. Lyubushkin out, Muzzin in. I would have rather have seen Justin Hall out of the lineup, and I'm hoping that next game we do because he was not good tonight. I thought individually there was a few times where players made some big mistakes during this game. I'm not going to make one person stand out here and say it was their fault, blah, 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 blah. There was a bunch of different plays that were good. There was a bunch of different plays that were bad. I'm just not going to single any one person out. I thought that Shalgren actually played pretty well besides that one Radko Gudas slap shot goal that went in. I wasn't a fan of that. Of course, I don't think anybody was. We got pretty bad goaltending tonight from both sides. Bobrovsky and then Campbell when he came in. I know he came in cold, but between the second and third intermission, he had time to warm up, get himself ready for that third period. And I don't think any of the goals that went in on him were very good. I don't think that all of those should have went in. I think that he could have stopped at least two of them. So if you count it, one bad one on Shalgren, two or three bad ones on Campbell, this is a completely different game. So you have to take it with a grain of salt here. I'm not happy with choking the lead, but I think that there was individual things that happened during this game that different people did that kind of combined together to have the Leafs lose. But when you're up 5-1, you shouldn't lose the game, and I'll still stand by that. So if we're looking at some of these numbers, Spencer Knight gets the win, Campbell gets the loss, Huberdeau with the game-winning goal, shots on goal. Hold on, can I get a bigger look at the game stats? Is there a way to get a bigger look at these game stats? Anyways, if not, we'll just look over here. The shots on goal, 49-35 in favor of Florida, considering the Leafs were dominating them at first in terms of goals. This shots on goal total shows how lopsided the game became at one point. The hits were 38-28. And I'm in a group chat with some people, and again, I'm not going to say who it was because it's not like I'm like dissing this person. It's just a different opinion. But they were talking. I made a comment saying that the Leafs looked like children at some points during this game because Florida, even though sorry for kicking the camera there, even though we were winning, I'm not happy with the fact that we get hit hard so much to the point where like there's no response and the hits are not the same. If we're going to look at shots on goal and you say, oh, well, a lot of them were at the chest and from the blue line, it wasn't any high quality scoring chances. Well, then you have to look at the hits as, the quality of a hit. And Florida was throwing big hits. Toronto was throwing just muffins in the corner. We're not talking about those. the hits that were being thrown by Florida were real big body checks. And the Leafs have to be looking out for that. If they face them in the playoffs at some point, those hits are massive. And I wasn't a big fan of that. 43-41 in the faceoffs, kind of even there. Same thing with the penalty minutes, power plays, more giveaways for Florida. Toronto had more takeaways, which is really good. But if we're looking at the goals, we've seen Mitch Marner have a really good night. Jake Muzzin coming back, got a goal. Blackwell continues to be impressive. Nylander got another one. He looked pretty decent in this game. But I didn't like the way that the Leafs just let this team come back in. And then, of course, all the penalties. The referees weren't really exactly, all that great. Again, last night, there was calls on both sides where I was like, this is kind of ridiculous. But just as a whole, I wanted to make a video on this because I didn't like what I was seeing on social media where people were just okay with the fact that the Leafs lost. I'm not okay with it. You're fighting for home ice advantage. You're fighting for a chance to, have an advantage in the playoffs. And with the Toronto Maple Leafs, they can't get out of the first round, and we've seen that many times. So losing games like this, 1 or 2 goals or 1 or 2 mistakes are the difference from having home ice advantage in the end. You're going to be looking back at a game like this if you needed that extra point and thinking, damn, if we would have just won this game, if we would have held on to this lead, we would have had a home ice advantage. And I'm sure that they can say, oh, they played a good hockey game, which they did for the most part, but that blown lead, you just can't get those ones back. And I think if we're looking ahead, I hope Shalgren's okay because I actually have been feeling really comfortable with Shalgren in the net. Besides that one bad goal, I think he played really well. You can't blame a goalie for one bad goal if he's having a really good night. Like if he lets in a few rough ones, then it's like, okay, get him out of the net. But he left with an injury, so I haven't really checked. I'm looking at my phone. Nothing has popped up. I'm not really sure why there's been no update unless I haven't seen it yet. But at the time I'm recording this, there's no update. But I actually feel really comfortable with Shalgren in the net. I'll give Jack Campbell the benefit of the doubt for a couple of the goals. But again, you're a professional goaltender in the NHL. Between the second and third period, you should have enough time to at least stretch and get yourself ready. I mean, we've even heard before that even a guy like Michael Hutchinson, he'll lift weights in between periods. You find ways to get yourself ready even when you're not playing. So I think that's just a little bit of an excuse. And the Toronto Maple Leafs definitely shouldn't be using excuses after losing a 5-1 lead. So let's just wash this one away and say that was a terrible loss. You definitely should not lose those games, and look forward to, hopefully winning some more games here. They've been scoring like the lights out. They just score 5 or 6 goals a game now, it seems like. We're going to see Austin Matthews break that record very soon. We're going to knock on wood here for everything. Good luck for everything, and hope that everything goes well for them in the next few games because we need that home ice advantage. We need to try to get that home ice advantage, and these points mean everything. But just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts and just let you guys know, give an update on how I'm feeling. That's kind of why I'm all over the place. But thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.